July Kerala State Eligibility Test Economics Previous Year question. This is your part number 1. In this part we are going to discuss from question number 1 to 40 question. Those who come for the first time, please subscribe to this channel, and those who do not watch the previous videos of Kerala set, they can watch in the playlist. I have given the link of the playlist in the description box so that you can watch all the previous year videos. So let's start today's video 2019 July Kerala set part 1. So today's first question is question number 1. According to the second law of 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀, the condition for consumer equilibrium is. So question asks for Gaussian's second law. Gaussian's second law is law of equimarginal utility. You know, Gaussian's first law is law of diminishing marginal utility, and Gaussian's second law is law of equimarginal utility. So according to Gaussian's second law, the condition for consumer equilibrium condition is MUX by PX is equal to MUY by PY. This is right because marginal utility of good X by price of X is equal to marginal utility of good Y by price of Y. Then MUX by MUY is equal to PX by PY. It is just the reverse case. MUX by MUY means marginal utility of X by Y is equal to price of X by price of Y. These two are similar concept. So option A and B are correct. And third one is MUX by PX greater than MUX by PY. This is not correct. This is equal to. So MUX by MUY is equal to PX by PY. So A and B are same. So both A and B are correct here according to the equimarginal utility or Gaussian's second law. Then next question number answer the questions 2, 3 by considering the following table. Here is a table. So you have to give the answer of question number 2 and 3 from the table. Question is, suppose Mr. X has 6 rupees at his disposal. So Mr. X has 6 rupees. Then he wants to spend on apples and mangoes in order to obtain maximum total utility. Which of the following combination will bring him maximum total utility? So Mr. X has total 6 rupees. He has to spend on both apple and mangoes. So in what combination he get maximum total utility? Here given money units 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 6 rupees, and marginal utility of apple and marginal utility of mango given here. So first we have to calculate what is the combination here. According to question, we calculate the marginal utility, then which is maximum, that is the maximum total utility. First one is 1 on apple and rest 5 on mangoes, means 1 on apples 1 give total 8 utility. Then mangoes 5 utility means first is 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2. Total mangoes total apples utility is 8, total mangoes utility is equal to 6, 5. Here 6 for 10 and 5 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 10, 20. Total mangoes utility 20 and total apple utility is 8. So here total apple is equal to 8 plus total mango is equal to 20, means total 28 utility. First one is first combination's total utility is equal to 28. Then second combination total utility apple 3 mango 3, just like that. Apple 3 means 876 is equal to 21 plus mango 3 654 is equal to 15. So 21 plus 15 is equal to 36. Then third combination apple 4 mango 2, apple 4 means 8765 is equal to 26. 8765 is equal to 26 total utility. Then mangoes 2 raised 2 on mangoes. So first and second 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. 26 plus 11 is equal to 37. Then apple 5 mango 1, apple 5 means 87654, 87654 total utility is equal to 7, and mango's total utility is equal to 1 means only 6. So 30 plus 6 is equal to 36. So here highest utility is 28, 36, 37, 36, 37. Here 37 is the maximum utility. Here we have to calculate the maximum total utility. So maximum total utility is equal to 37. 37 means it is the combination of C. Here combination C gives the consumer maximum total utility. So option C is right here, because option C, 4 apples and 2 mangoes provide the highest total utility, that is 37. So option C is right here. Then question number 3, just like that, considering the above table, which of the following two combination give the same total utility? We have to calculate, just like previous question, we have to calculate the utility of this combination, then which combination gives same utility. We have to check one by one. First one is raise 3 on apples and mangoes, and raise 5 on apples and raise 1 on mangoes. First one is raise 3 on both apples and mangoes. So raise 3 on both apple and mango, it gives 876. 876 is equal to 21 plus then mangoes total utility is 654. 654 is equal to 15. So 21 plus 15 is equal to 36. Then second combination is 5 on apple and 1 on mango. 5 on apple means 87654. 87654 is equal to 30 plus 1 on mango means only 6. 30 plus 6 is equal to 36. Yes, the first option is here right, because from first combination raise 3 on apple and mangoes gives 36 total utility, and raise 5 on apple and 1 on mango, it is also gives 36 total utility. So option 1 is correct. You can cross check other option, but other option is not equal, will not equal, because here only one has the give the same total utility. So option 1 is give same total utility, 36. Then question number 4, let us suppose that the base year price index is for 2014 is equal to 100, and in the year 2018 national product at current price was 15,000 crore and price index was 120, and then national product at constant price in the year 2018 would be. So here we have to find out the national product at constant price in the year 2018. National product at constant. So formula for national product at constant price means national product at constant price is equal to national product at current price by price index. National product at current price by price index into 100. National income at current price by price index into 100. So here national income at current price is equal to current price value is equal to 15,000 crore. So 15,000 by price index. Price index value is price index was 120. So 15,000 by 120 into 100. So 0 cancel. Then 10 and 12. 2 6 at 12, 2 5 at 10, 6 5. Then 6 and 15 we cut it by 3. 3 2 just 6, 3 5 is 15, 0 0 0. So 2 5 is 1000. 2 5000 means 225. 2500 into 5. 25 into 5 is equal to 125. 1 is equal to 12500. 12500. So 12,500. So 12,500 crore. Option A is right here. So here the formula for national product at constant price is equal to national product at current price by price index into 100. So 15,000 by 120 into 100. Its final result is 12,500 crore. So option A is right here. Then question number 5. If the Keynesian consumption is C is equal to A plus BY, autonomous consumption is 50, MPC is equal to 0.5, and the increased income is 200, find out the total consumption. So here we know that the equation is C is equal to A plus BY. C is equal to A plus BY. Here the C is equal to autonomous consumption. Autonomous consumption is equal to 50. A means autonomous consumption, and MPC is equal to 0.5. MPC means B means MPC. Here A means autonomous consumption. So A value is 50 plus B means here marginal propensity to consume. So B value is 0.5 into Y. Y means income is 200. Increase income is 200. So 50 plus 0.5 into 200. 200 means 0.5 means 1 by 2 into 200 means 100. So 50 plus 100 is equal to 150. Very simple. So its right option is option number B, 150. C is equal to A plus BY. We have to just put the value of this and then we get the answer. So A means autonomous consumption and B means MPC. Then question number 6. Which of the following variable is termed as solo residual in Cobb-Douglas production function Q is equal to AL alpha into K beta? So solo residual means the term solo residual, it refers to the variable that represent the total factor of productivity. Solo residual means it represent the total factor productivity which is denoted by A. Solo residual which is denoted by A, and the solo residual measures the proportion of output not explained by amounts of labor and capital used in the production, and it is typically reinterpreted as the measure of technological progress or efficiency improvement. So here right option is solo residual of the Cobb-Douglas production function Q is equal to AL alpha K beta. It represented option number C, A, solo residual A. A means solo residual. Then question number 7. Government of India in its economic survey tabled in July 2019 envisaged an ambitious plan to transform Indian economy into a 5 trillion economy by 2024-25, for which India needs a sustained real GDP growth rate of dash. So to achieve 5 trillion economy in 2024-25, the India needs which or what percentage of GDP growth rate? 5%, 5.6, 7 or 8%. So right option is option number D, 8%. To achieve 5 trillion economy in 2024-25, we have to achieve our GDP growth rate to 8%. So option D is right here. Then question number 8. Which of the following 5-year plan targeted the twin objective of removal of poverty and economic self-reliance? Removal of poverty and economic self-reliance. First, third, fourth, fifth. No. A removal of poverty and economic self-reliance was targeted in 5th 5-year plan. 5th 5-year plan. Garibi Hatao, removal of poverty and economic self-reliance. 5th 5-year plan. Then question number 9. Which of the following is true about the comparative cost doctrine of David Ricardo? Comparative cost advantage theory given by David Ricardo, which are true. First one is comparative cost doctrine. Comparative cost means David Ricardo comparative cost doctrine. It states that nations should specialize in the production of goods in which they have a comparative advantage and trade for goods in which they have a comparative disadvantage. So the comparative cost doctrine, it involves, first one is nations should specialize in the production of those commodities in which they have comparative cost advantage. This is correct as per Ricardo's theory of comparative advantage. So option I is correct. Then option 2I, nation should import the commodity in which absolute disadvantage is greater. So nation should import the commodity in which absolute disadvantage is greater. Yes, this is also right, because the doctrine focus on comparative advantage, and this is just the opposite concept, but the meaning is same. Nation should import the commodity in which absolute disadvantage is greater. Then option 3, nation should import those commodities in which they have comparative disadvantage. Absolute disadvantage is greater and comparative in which comparative advantage, comparative disadvantage. The nation should import those commodity in which they have comparative disadvantage. So this is also right, because nation should import goods in which they have a comparative disadvantage. Then option 4, nation should import those commodity in which absolute disadvantage is less. No, it is greater, not less. So option D is incorrect, because the theory is about comparative, not absolute disadvantage. So here absolute disadvantage is greater when country should import, but when it is less, it doesn't import. So option 4 is incorrect. Option 1, 2 and 3 all are correct here. So 1, 2, 3 are correct. Option C is right here. Then question number 10, if a nation faces constant cost or MRT, the shape of its production possibility curve should be. Constant cost means if a nation faces constant opportunity cost, or MRT means marginal rate of transformation. The shape of its production function should be a straight line. The shape of the PPC is straight line PPC, not concave. So it is straight line when a nations face constant cost, because this is because constant opportunity cost imply that the trade-off between producing one good over another remains the same. Trade-off between producing one good over another remains the same regardless of the level of production. So the shape of the production possibility curve should be straight line. So concave to origin, convex, negatively sloped, straight line. Yes, option C is right. It is negatively sloped and straight line. So option C is right. Then question number 11, in a data table, row heading is designed as caption, stub, head note or subhead. Row heading, the heading of row heading, it is called as stub. Row heading in a data table, the row heading is typically designed as a stub. This stub is the area on the left side of the table where row labels or descriptions are listed. So it is called as stub. Row heading is called as stub. Then question number 12, which of the following is an example of averages of second order? Average of second order. First one is mean deviation, arithmetic mean, standard deviation and median. So average of second order typically refers to the measures of dispersion or variability that provide information about the spread of data around the mean. So these include measures like variance, standard deviation, which are derived from the mean. So first one is mean deviation. This is an average of absolute deviation from the mean, and it is considered as second order measure of dispersion, mean deviation. Then second one is arithmetic mean. This is a measure of central tendency, not a measure of dispersion or variability. So it is a first order average. This is not a second order average, it is first order, because it is a measure of central tendency. It is not a measure of dispersion or variability. So this is a first order average. Then standard deviation. Standard deviation, it is also right, because standard deviation, this is a measure of dispersion or variability that is based on the mean, and it is considered as second order average. Then fourth one is median. This is a measure of central tendency, not dispersion. Median, it is a measure of central tendency, not dispersion, so it is not correct. So option 1 and 3, I and 3 are correct. Option number C. Then question number 13. For goods that are unrelated in consumption, efficiency requires that tax rate be inversely proportional to elasticities. This definition best explains the Ramsey rule, Laffer curve, Bayer's rule, Musgrave hypothesis. It is the definition of Ramsey rule. So what is Ramsey rule? Ramsey rule is a principle in optimal taxation that suggests tax rates should be inversely related to the price elasticity of demand for the goods. Tax rate and price elasticity of demand are inversely related, and in other words, goods with less elastic demand should be taxed more heavily, and goods with more elastic demand should be taxed less, in order to minimize the economic distortion and inefficiency caused by taxation. So this is called as Ramsey rule. Then question number 14. Money is a temporary abode of purchasing power. This definition comes under conventional approach, Friedman-Chicago approach, 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 approach, or central bank approach. So it is Friedman's approach, Friedman-Chicago approach. Option B. Money is temporary abode of purchasing power. The definition, it aligns with the Friedman-Chicago approach to money. So Milton Friedman, a prominent economist associated with the Chicago School, characterized money primarily in terms of the functions as a store of value, reflecting its role as a temporary repository of purchasing power. So option B is right here. Then question number 15. Which of the following is true about M2 as a measure of money supply? M1 means C plus DD plus OD, and M2 means M1 plus post office saving, and M3 means M2 plus fixed deposit or time deposit. Then M4 is equal to 1 plus post office saving minus national saving certificate. So here M2 is equal to currency held with public, means C, and net demand deposit of the banks, that is demand deposit DD, deposits of the RBI, and other deposits with RBI, means other deposit, plus saving deposit is post office saving. Yes, M1 plus post office saving is equal to M2. So these three, C plus DD plus OD plus post office saving, it is also called as M2. So here option 1 is correct. Then M2 is equal to M1 plus saving deposit with post office saving bank. Yes, this is also true. Then M2 is equal to M1 plus net time deposit. No, this is called as M3. Then M2 is equal to M1 plus currency held with public. No, this is incorrect. So option 1 and 2 are correct here. 1 and 2, option number B. 1 and 2 in the option number B. So B is right here. Then question number 16. Which one of the following is a non-marketable financial asset? NSC, bonds, share, equities. So NSC means National Saving Certificate. So National Saving Certificate is not a marketable finance asset. So other option, bonds, it is a marketable finance asset. Bonds, share, equities, these are bonds, share, equities, these are marketable finance asset. But NSC means National Saving Certificate, it is a non-marketable financial asset. So option A is right here. Then question number 17. Two financial assets dealt in the ISLM model are bond and equities, share and equities, debenture and bonds, or bond and money. So here option D is right here. In ISLM model, two financial assets are bond and money. one is bond and another is money. Bond means it represents a form of debt investment that pays periodic interest and it is traded in the financial market. Then money, it represents liquid asset that serve as a medium of exchange and are not interest bearing. So the ISLM model analyze the interaction between the real economy means IS curve and the money market, that is LM curve, where the LM curve reflect the equilibrium in the money market. So here ISLM model are dealt with bond and money. Then question number 18, in the shallow growth model, steady state exists when steady state exists in the shallow model, investment and depreciation rates are equal. Yes, it is not greater or less, it is equal. So option A is right here, because in shallow growth model steady state exists when investment and depreciation rates are equal. So in shallow growth, the steady state exists when the rate of investment equals to the rate of depreciation. So at this point the capital stock per worker is constant because the amount of new investment exactly offset the amount of capital that wears out due to depreciation. So in the shallow growth model, steady state exists when investment and depreciation rates are equal. Option A is right here. Then question number 19, in the 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 model, the capitalist surplus arises due to the fact that in the capitalist sector, marginal productivity of labor is higher than subsistence wage, equal to subsistence wage, higher than capitalist wage, or less than efficiency wage. So here in 𝙁𝙁𝙀𝙀 model, the capitalist surplus arises due to the fact that in the capitalist sector, marginal productivity of labor is higher than capitalist wage. Marginal productivity, MPL, marginal productivity of labor is higher than capitalist wage. So here 19, C is the right answer. In 𝙁𝙁𝙀𝙀 dual sector model, the capitalist surplus arises because the marginal productivity of labor in the capitalist sector is higher than the wage paid to the worker in the sector. So this surplus is essentially the difference between the value of the marginal product of labor and the wage paid to the workers. So it is option number C. Then question number 20, in India, core inflation denotes denotes inflation rate with food and fuel. No, inflation rate without food items, inflation rate without food and fuel, inflation without food and beverages. So it is core inflation, it is called as inflation rate without food and fuels. Core inflation, in core inflation we cannot take food and fuel item because it exclude volatile categories of the food and fuel prices to provide a clear picture of the long-term inflation trend. So here we cannot include the volatile categories of food, fuels, etc. So option C is right here. Then question number 21, minimum support price MSP for minor forest product in India is declared by Ministry of Tribal Affairs because it is related with forest product, so it is related with Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Then question number 22, the 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 theory predicts that international trade would result in difference in factor price between nation remain unchanged, difference in factor price between nation increase, or difference in factor price between nation decrease. Yes, 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 theory predict that international trade would result in when difference in factor price between nation decreases. What it mean? It means this theory suggests that trade will lead to the equalization of factor prices between nations as countries specialize in the production of goods that utilize their abundant factors of production, leading to a convergence of factor prices over time. So option C is right here. Then question number 23, this is a definition or statement. At constant relative commodity prices, the growth of only one factor leads to an absolute expansion in the output of the commodity using the growing factor intensively, and to an absolute reduction in the output of the commodity using the non-growing factor intensively. Identify the theorem of 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 theory, Revsky theorem, Maslow's theorem, or Leontief paradox. So it is called as Revsky theorem. So Rybinski theorem, it states that at constant commodity prices, an increase in the quantity of one factor of production will lead to an increase in the output of the goods that uses that factor intensively and a decrease in the output of the other good. So option B is right here. Then question number 24. For a given good, which of the following is true? Substitution effect is negative, income effect negative, income effect is greater than substitution effect. So first one is substitution effect is negative. Yes, in given good we see that here substitution effect is negative. How? It meaning that the price increases when that as the price increases, consumer would normally want to substitute away from the good. So here substitution effect is negative. Then income effect is also negative. Here income effect is also negative in case of given good, because a rise in the price of a given good effectively reduce the real income of the consumer. When rise of a price of a good means when a rise in the price of a given good, effectively it reduce what? Reduce the real income of the consumer, who end up buying more of the inferior good due to their reduced purchasing power. When their purchasing power reduce, they buy more of inferior good. So this is income effect is negative here. Then income effect is greater than substitution effect. This is also right. Here income effect is greater than substitution effect. How? Which is why despite the negative substitution effect, the overall demand for given good increases. Here despite here it is negative substitution effect, the total overall demand for given goods increases as price increases. So income effect is greater than substitution effect. So all of these are correct according to the given goods. Then question number 25. The equivalent of income consumption curve ICC in producer's equilibrium is called price consumption curve, expansion path, corner solution, or iso cost line. The equivalence of ICC, income consumption curve, it is otherwise called as expansion path. So option B is right here, because in producer equilibrium the equivalent of the ICC in consumer theory is called the expansion path. It shows the combination of input that a consumer that a firm will use as it expand production, holding inputs price constant. Here ICC, income consumption curve. So ICC, or we can say it is called as expansion path. Then question number 26. After the formation of the customs union, which of the static effect leads to an increase in welfare? After formation of custom union, which of the static effect leads to increase in welfare? Trade diversion, trade creation, trade optimization, trade integration. So here after formation of custom union, trade creation leads to an increase in welfare. Trade creation, option B, because trade creation occurs when a customs union leads to the replacement of higher cost domestic production with lower cost imports from other member countries. So this result in an increase in overall economic welfare. So it is called trade creation. Then question number 27. Which of the following is best defined as it is the square root of the mean of the square of the deviation of all values of a series from the arithmetic mean? Square root of mean of the mean deviation, it is called as harmonic mean, range, quartile deviation, or standard deviation. It is called as standard deviation, because formula for standard deviation is equal to what? Sigma x minus x bar square by n whole root. So it is the square root, it is the square root of the mean of the squares, it is the square root of the mean of the squares, it is the mean of the squares of the deviation of all values of a series from the arithmetic mean. So this is called as standard deviation. Then question number 28. If the market rate of interest rises, the market price of bond may dash. When market rate of interest rises, market price for bond rate of interest and bond, they are negative relation between these two concepts. When market interest rate rises, market price for bond falls. So option B is right here, because this happens because existing bonds with lower interest rate, because here market interest rate is high and bond interest rate is lower, so a lower interest rate become less attractive compared to the new bonds issued at the higher market rate, so it leading to a decrease in their market price. So option B is right. Then next question number 29. Liquidity trap refers to a situation where at a certain very low interest, liquidity trap means this is the condition of liquidity trap, the speculative demand for money becomes perfectly elastic. Yes, here speculative demand for money is perfectly elastic, and this is the right option of 29A. Liquidity trap refers to a situation where at certain very low rate of interest, the speculative demand for money becomes perfectly elastic here. So rate of interest is very low at that time. Rate of interest is very low. So option A is right here. Then question number 30. List 1, list 2, standard deviation, mean deviation, coefficient of variation and variance. Standard deviation, it is deviation may be taken from a sign of deviation, plus minus are not ignored. Yes, in standard deviation, signs of deviation of plus minus are not ignored. Then mean deviation, it is called as deviation may be taken from mean, median or mode. In mean deviation, we can take the deviation from mean, also from median or also from mode. Then coefficient of variation, formula is standard deviation by mean into 100, CV is equal to sigma by mean into 100. Then variance means standard deviation square, variance value is standard deviation square. Standard deviation plus minus ignored. Mean deviation, it is taken from both mean, median, mode. Then coefficient of variation is equal to standard deviation by mean into 100 and variance is equal to standard deviation squares. So A2 B1 C4, A2 B1 C4 D3, option B is right here, 30B. Then question number 31. This is also a statement. A circular constellation of forces tending to act and react one another in such a way as to keep a poor country in a state of poverty. This is called as vicious circle of poverty. Vicious circle of poverty from both demand side, supply side. Low income leads to low income. So it is called as vicious circle of poverty. Option number B. Then question number 32. Which among the following scheme is unrelated to energy sector? Energy sector, UDAY, DDU, GJY, UDAN, UDAN, PMUI. So here it is not related with energy sector. Here UDAN is not related with energy sector, because UDAN means UDAN. UDAN full form is U means Ude Desh का आम नागरिक, उड़े देश का आम नागरिक. It is a regional airport development scheme aimed at enhancing connectivity in the aviation sector, not the energy sector. So here the other schemes are related with energy in various ways, like UDAY. UDAY means Ujjwal Diskam Assurance Yojana. Ujjwal Diskam Assurance Yojana. Then second one is DDU GJY. DDU means Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana. It focuses on power distribution and rural electrification. And PMEY, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. It focuses on providing LPG connection to rural households. So these all are related with energy sector. UDAY, DDUJGY and PMUY. These all are related with energy sector, but UDAN is related with aviation sector. Ude देश का आम नागरिक. So option C is right here. Then question number 33. Which among the following is not a founding member of European Economic Community (ECC). European Economic Community. France is a founding nation. Italy also a founding nation. Belgium also a founding nation. Then Spain. Spain is not a founding nation. So here Spain is right. Then question number 34, list 1, list 2, classical economist, neoclassical, Keynesian and monetarist. Classical Adam Smith, David Ricardo, classical economist, Adam Smith and David Ricardo. Neoclassical economist, Walras and Jevons, neoclassical. Then Keynesian economics, Higgs and Hansen, Keynesian economics, Higgs and Hansen. Then monetarist, C. Warburton and Anna Schwartz. The rest is option 3. Classical Adam Smith, David Ricardo. Neoclassical Leon Walras and Jevons. Keynesian, Higgs and Hansen. So A for B1 C2, D3, option C. Then question number 35, zero based budgeting means prepare a budget from the scratch or from begin. This is right. Zero base, new budget. Unlimited financing, no. Unlimited financing, any budget we cannot provide unlimited financing because finance is limited. We cannot provide unlimited finance to any budget. So option 2 is incorrect. Then option 3, preparing the budget by neglecting the history of the expenditure. Yes, what the history of the expenditure, we cannot focus on that. We focus on how we expenditure, how we spend our money. So preparing the budget by neglecting the history of expenditure. So this is also right here according to budget. Option 1 and 3 are correct. Option C, 35, option number C. Then question number 36, if the MPK is 1/2, MPL is equal to 4, this means that MPK and MPL, marginal productivity of capital and marginal productivity of labor. Marginal productivity of capital is half and labor is 4. This implies capital is more productive than labor, or 1 unit of labor is 8 times more productive than 1 unit of capital. 1 unit of labor 4 times more productive than 1 unit of capital, or 1 unit of labor is 2 times more productive than 1 unit of capital. So we have to calculate the here productivity ratio. Productivity ratio is equal to MPL, marginal productivity of labor, by marginal productivity of capital. Marginal productivity of labor is equal to 4 by 1/2. So 4 into 2 by 1 or 2. 4 into 2 is equal to 8. So here 8 means what? Means 1 unit of labor is 8 times more productive than 1 unit of capital. So option B is right here. 36, option B is right here, because here 1 unit of labor is 8 times more productive than 1 unit of capital. Then question number 37, which of the following law states bad money drives out good money, good out of circulation? So this is called as Gresham's law. So this is related with Gresham's law. So Gresham's law, it says that if two forms of money are in circulation and one is perceived as having higher value or higher intrinsic value, that is called as good money, like gold coin, silver coin, etc. And then the other means that is lower value, like bad money, we can say that is bad money. So people will tend to spend the bad money while hoarding the good money, causing the good money to disappear from circulation. So this is called as Gresham law. So earlier you see that first we launched the coin in gold or silver. So these coins are disappear in the market because they hoard the money to get more value from it. So this is called as good money. So the definition of Gresham's law is bad money drives out good money out of circulation. So option C is right here. Then question number 38, the idea of creative destruction is associated with creative destruction. It is associated with Joseph Schumpeter theory. Creative destruction. Creative destruction means it is describe how the process of economic innovation and entrepreneurship leads to the demise of old industries and the creation of new ones, driving economic progress. It destruct the old industry and create new industries. So it is called as creative destruction. This concept was is associated with Joseph Schumpeter. Then question number 39, NIRD is situated at New Delhi, Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai. So NIRD, it is situated at Hyderabad. NIRD means National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayat Raj. So National Institute of Rural Development, it is situated at Hyderabad. Then question number 40, today's last question, the Stopler-Samuelson theorem examines the effect of technology on factor productivity, factor endowments in commodity price, or trade and tariff on income distribution. Yes, Stopler-Samuelson theory examine the effect of trade and tariff on income distribution. So option C is right here, because the theorem, it is a part of Hexer-Ohlin theorem. Stopler-Samuelson theory, it is a part of Hexer-Ohlin model. It analyzes how changes in trade policies or tariff affect the distribution of income between different factors of production. So it suggests that trade liberalization benefit the abundant factor while harming the scarce factor. So it is related with trade and tariff on income distribution. Option C is right here. So this is all about for the today's session. I hope you get some knowledge from this video. So if you like, please like the video, and also comment in the comment section. If you have any doubt, please comment in the comment section. I will try to rectify the answer. And those who come for the first time, please subscribe this channel, and also share with your friends so that all are getting benefit from this video. And those who do not watch the previous videos, I have created a playlist, so you can watch the playlist. I have given the link of the playlist in the description box, so that you can watch all the previous year videos in one playlist of Kerala set. So in the next part, we are going to discuss from 41 to 80 question in the part 2. So thank you all. Jai Jagannath.